2 weeks ago, I was at 788 I rating, and now we've worked our way all the way up to 1071. The end goal is 6,000, but our first stop is going to be average 1,500. In iRacing, this number tells other drivers if you're a hazard or a competitor. But in my dream of becoming a professional race car driver, this number tells me how much more work I have to do. Since last week's race, the difference is already noticeable. But so are the problems. Even though 1071 is still well below average, people are already more inclined to take advantage of small mistakes. This means consistency is now the number one priority to getting better. And without that consistency, we might as well quit before we waste too many hours in this. Since I work full time because I have to support my family, it's important that I train smart and I don't waste time when I'm training. So this week, it's all about consistency. For our first race of the week, it did not go as planned on the start. We ended up qualifying in 6th position. After a small error in qualifying, I'm not too upset with being in 6th position because looking at everybody's lap times, they're nowhere close to my personal best, so I know we'll be okay and be able to carve our way through the field, maybe into 2nd, maybe 3rd position. The thing we're most concerned about with this week is getting our consistency down and finding major areas that we need to improve in. With only 15 minutes on the clock in this race, there's only so much action that can happen, but the action that was there, it was good and it started quick and early. After a couple of laps, we managed to get right on top of P5 and start putting real pressure on him coming out of turn 1, and then going down the S's, he just kind of gave up, which is something I've noticed a lot of people do at this rating. They just don't want to fight for a position when they can. Not long after taking 5th position, the guy behind me, he sees an opportunity to have a go at it down the straight, and that's exactly what he does. And you'll see me do this several times throughout the race, but the inside line at this chicane, it is crucial for staying ahead of people. We'll end up sacrificing a lot of speed coming into the first corner, but the second corner of the chicane on the outside, you're just able to carry so much speed. And as you can see here, that's going to give us just enough speed to cut right in front of this guy and maintain all of our speed coming down turn 1 and just get immediately away from him. So now we have a couple of laps of just good breathing room to be able to focus on catching up to P4 and gaining more track positions. A couple of laps later, coming into turn 8, we actually see the guy in 2nd position dip a couple of tires into the grass. Right then I knew that was my opportunity to catch this guy and make a move down into the chicane. Unfortunately, he didn't lose that much speed, and the only thing we really have going for us is the draft, so he's able to maintain enough distance to be able to put an attack back on into the chicane, but we're still side by side. Unfortunately, we had to take the outside line on this one. And you can see the power of the inside line here. We were ahead of him, and now, even before we get through the chicane, he's just already back in front, and there's not really much we can do about it. And he does a crazy door closing here that almost cost him his race. And that's perfectly fine, because now he's rattled and he knows that I mean business. And that leads to a whole sort of shenanigans down into turn 1 with this guy shooting right off the track, him dipping another tire into the grass, and now there's nothing he can do because we're coming in, we're on the attack. And turn 3, we have the inside, and we're just going to take the position from him. So that's an easy way to gain 4th position. And just seconds later, in turn 5, the guy in 3rd place, he dips his tire into this sand trap, which he's not going to lose a lot, but it's going to open a door for us. So now coming into the braking zone for the chicane, you can see P5, he's hot on our heels, but we get the inside line, and you know what that means. Yep, we get right in front of P3, and it looks like P4 may have tapped his bumper, but he goes right off, and now the guy who's in P4, he's going to start to fall behind. So I want you to look at this clip right here and tell me if you think that P4 nudged him off or if he just got a ton of oversteer. And with only 2 or 3 laps left in this race, we're able to cross the finish line in 3rd place, earning some solid I rating. Our second race of the week actually starts off a whole lot better with us qualifying in 2nd place. Unfortunately, we still have not figured out how to start a race, and we just immediately give it up and we cross the start finish line in 3rd position to start this race off. This was a big problem last week too, so I've written this down, I've taken notes, and we're going to start working on figuring out how to actually start a race so this doesn't keep happening to us. And we actually hold 3rd position for a couple of laps. The guy in front of us, he's just very consistent. But then finally by lap 4, going down the straight, we get an opportunity, we're close enough, we have a draft, so we're able to start putting pressure on, and we're going to try to make a move into the chicane. Now, because of the way VR works, I didn't think I had enough room on the inside, so we take the outside going into the bend. But let's go ahead and back it up a little bit and take a look at how this played out and how we were given this opportunity to be side by side going into the chicane. Now, turn 6 is one of my favorite corners on this racetrack. I feel like I hit it consistently, and this guy, because he sent it a little too wide, that's exactly what gave us enough room to be able to start to pull a draft. So now, knowing how quick this guy has been all race and how consistent he's been up to this point, I know that this may be my only opportunity to get ahead of him, so we push for it. But I think this guy has other plans because he doesn't like the fact that we're now ahead. And just like that, in 1 split second, 1 pit maneuver, that's all it takes to send us down to the bottom of the order. Because our rear suspension, it's gone, it's toast, and we're gonna have to tow. Because of this incident, we actually ended up finishing this race in 16th. This week was a rough one, and I didn't even show you all of the races. We did 3 more at Road Atlanta, and every single one of them, it was hurricane force winds and rain. It was a rough week. We had that first race that was good, and eventually I decided I wasn't ready for the wet yet. I hadn't practiced it, so I moved on to GT3s at Watkins Glen and Summit Point, and those went pretty okay. We finished top 5 in every race that we did. We did 4 of those. And then just made a stupid mistake. I registered for a race and forgot to join it. That hurt a lot. We managed to get all the way up to right underneath 1200, which would have been right on par with the gains that we had last week. And then we lost 96 iRating because we didn't join a race. It's mistakes like that that don't fly when you're in a real life race car. Simple mistakes and overlooking simple things can kill people. So to make that minor mistake with such a huge drawback this early, it teaches a valuable lesson in paying attention to details and making sure that we're ready to do what we want to do.